Hey gang, welcome to the Jim Master Show live entertainment lifestyle talk show series. How's everybody doing today? It is Friday night at the time of this live broadcast. Hope you guys are in the mood for some great conversation, entertainment, our light, love, levity, and of course our famous levity, which just happened to happen by itself when I said light, love, and levity a little too fast last summer. Hey gang, it was a very busy day for us here. I was on the radio all day and then we had some television work to do, but we are so excited to be here sitting in this chair speaking with all of you. How's everybody doing today from all around the world? We've got this global audience of folks who have been really falling in love with what we're doing here, and we appreciate that. You guys have been writing on Instagram and Twitter and also on Facebook. You've been sending emails. You've been sharing the links. You are the very best, and we love you for doing that. This is our Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series. For those of you joining us for the first time, that we started over 530 episodes and counting ago, which is amazing. We started it in May 2020 to bring some entertainment, inspiration, good times, and poignant conversations coming your way, sort of in a Dick Cavett, Johnny Carson style with a modern vibe and modern twist of today. And I can't believe we've done that many episodes. I think it's even more than that technically that we have done here on the air. And it's just amazing. So thanks for your participation. Thanks for your support of our show by watching, by sharing the links. We've had some really cool guests on of late. We've got cool guests on tonight as well. And of course, we have all of you. You guys can chat live. It looks like a lot of people have been commenting already live in chat. Thank you much for doing that. And of course, while you are here, we would love it, since you're watching our YouTube channel, if you could subscribe to that YouTube channel. Boy, we would love that. That helps us out. You saw that in the beginning. That's like and subscribe. Like this episode and subscribe to Jim Masters TV. That is the actual YouTube channel. It's that red button you see there. Click it and look what happens. Voila, you are subscribed. There's no cost for that either. I know they use the word subscribe, and we try to figure out why they use that word, because there's no fee involved. But hey, if you do that, it lets us know you're part of the JMS family and you love what we're doing here on the air and on the show. Amazing guests we've had this past week. And again, for those of you who are watching for the first time, we welcome you. Don't forget to leave a comment on our YouTube channel as well on all the episodes you like. You guys have been really, really busy doing that, leaving those comments and clicking like on the episodes. And we love that. Thanks so much, gang. You are truly the best. We have a really cool group joining us, a duo, actually a music and comedy dynamic duo. Yes, Tor and Lisa are here. Tor Hyams and Lisa St. Lou, special guests live from NYC. Yeah, we're going to have a good time with them tonight. He is a Grammy-nominated producer. He has worked with some of the most incredible talent known to man and womankind, and she is an extraordinary Broadway performer. She does it all, and we are very excited to have them both here on the show, gracing our presence with all of you. They're going to join us in just a second, live and direct from Brooklyn. Yes, Brooklyn, NYC. First, let's check in with some of our lovely viewers that are watching around the world. Good to see everybody tonight. Linda is here, and Linda's watching from St. Augustine, Florida. She says, good evening, Mr. Lovety, and good evening, Loveties. Good to see you as well, Linda. Always nice when you are here. Linda also says, Mona, who's in Louisiana, says hello. So hello to Mona. She's the one who sent me all those great Cajun spices from Louisiana. We've been using them in all of our dishes and in soups and salads and sandwiches. Cool stuff. I think she said she's sending me another shipment of Louisiana spices, Cajun style. Can't wait. Mary Bishop is here from Florida, Pine Island, Florida, here in our Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series. And she says, I know it looks strange, right? Because I'm looking over there and you're like, why is he looking that way? Because the comment is over there. But for me, it's over here. So I see hello, Jim and lovely friends from Mary. Good to see you, Mary, in Pine Island, Florida. Joan Sando is here. Joan is watching. And hello, Jim and lovelies from Joan. We love that. Nice to have you here, Joan. Thank you very much for joining us, Joan. Really cool to have you here. And we also have, let's see, who else? We have good evening, Jim and lovelies. This is wonderful. This is Merlin. Merlin is in town. Well, she's in Ontario, Canada. She's in the house, her house in that mauve colored chair, that pink chair. We love having her here. Thank you very much for joining us as well. We love it. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see who else we have here on the show. Joining us, Alessandra is here. Hey, Alessandra. Alessandra is joining us from North Carolina. Yes, North Carolina. And cool to see you here as well. She says, hi, everyone, and hi, Jim. Thank you very much. We love it. And wait, Merlin has the profile picture. Yes, there we go. She put up a profile picture. There it is. Looking good, Merlin. Yes, we love that shot of you there in Ontario. These are our faithful lovities that watch all the time. They comment. They're always sharing the links. They're always with us, and we love them for that. A lot of them have been with us for a long time, and we really appreciate it. Sherry Larson is here. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the weekend. She is watching from Kansas, USA. We love it. Dawn is here. Good to see you, Dawn. Welcome. Nice. I believe Jane is watching from Sweden, and Jane retired from working for years at that airport in Sweden, where we would be on the air. Right now, it's a little after 8 o'clock at night, but in Sweden, it's many hours ahead. And sometimes by the time we wrap up the show, she only has 1 hour between our show ending and her having to be at work at the airport. Now she's all excited because she can watch our shows and then she can go to bed and sleep. That is real lovely loyalty to be able to do that. I mean, to be there in Sweden watching our shows till late at night and then getting like 1 hour to have to rush to work, but she doesn't want to miss anything. You can see everything archived, but she wants to be here with us live, which I think is really cool. Robin Newman is here. Robin, good evening. Good to see you, my friend there in New York. I hope you're doing well. Kathleen Walker is also in New York. Hey, Jim, how's it going? Hi, everyone. We're doing really, really well. And nice to see everybody here tonight. All these great lovely viewers that are watching from all around the world. Ruth Reedy is watching from Minnesota. Good to see you as well. Toby is here reporting for duty from Encino, California. She says, hi, Tor and Lisa, and welcome. Cool stuff. We welcome everybody that's here. Robin, Gorman Newman was a guest on our show. If you didn't see that episode, you can go back in the archives. You can see that episode as well. If you want to see the Pointer Sisters, they were here. If you want to see Jerry Mathers, Leave It to Beaver, he was here. See all those episodes. And Stephen Schnetzer, who was Cass Winthrop in Another World, the soap opera icon, was with us last night, and he's starring in that new movie, A Case of Blue. We had a great conversation with him. Screen Queen Army, Chris in Northern Ireland is here. He says, happy Halloween weekend, everyone, to you as well. Good to see you. Dana is here. Dana Ricker. I love that. So terrific. So the tag, and now you're here. See, that's what happens when you share the links and you tag. Everybody learns about the show. We've welcomed a lot of new subscribers to our YouTube channel recently, and a lot of people are viewing all these episodes. We work very hard behind the scenes to put these shows together for all of you. Thomas Martin is here. Good evening, Jim, watching from Chile, Louisiana. We're up here in the north. We're in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area, and it's a little nippy right now. 50 degrees is what it is. We had a nor'easter come through the other day. Dana is watching in Ontario, Canada. Good to see you. I bet it's a little bit nippier than 50 degrees there in Ontario. I interviewed somebody on the radio today for a news program that I host out of New York, and she was from the Calgary area, and she was saying they expect some snow tonight. We're like, you guys up there, keep it up there. We're not ready for it yet. Give it to us on Christmas Eve. That would be nice. Can we work out a relationship here where you can give us the snow on Christmas Eve, send it down from Canada? You guys are great. You're commenting away. It's a fantastic Friday night. We're going to have some, this is conversational freestyle. Nothing is scripted. We always have a good time. And thanks for all the great comments. Good to see everybody here, and everybody that is continuing to comment. We'll comment throughout the show. And also those of you who are just watching but not commenting, we appreciate you as well. So Tor and Lisa are in the house. Well, actually in their house. And we are excited to have them here. Now, you never know. A cat might stroll in. Something may happen. You just don't know, because we are live, and anything can happen when things are live. So here they come. They're all excited. I heard that There may be some spiders joining us tonight. I don't know, but here they are, Tor and Lisa.
Hey,
Hey,
here we are.
From Brooklyn. And
First of all,
whiskey.
I just want to say, people are saying things about us and to us in the comments, and we're not able to comment back, so we're not jerks. Because I would
Oh
comment.
no, they know that. They know that.
I don't know if they know that, but if
Yeah.
they do now, because we're not logged in or something, so we can't comment. But thank you, Mary Bishop. Thank you, Robin, and everyone else who said something.
Yes, they
We
all do.
appreciate it.
This
I
is
think
what
you
they
should
do.
change the name to your show, Jim. It's got to be the Jim Masters Lovity Show. Okay.
I tell you, it's been well. Look, Linda says that. Welcome to Lisa to the Lovity Show. They call this Lovity Hall. Lovity Hall is what
I
it
love
is.
this.
Kathleen says, "Welcome, Tor and Lisa." Merlin in Canada, 46 inches of rain. You must be at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean if you had 46 inches of rain. I mean, 46 inches. That's not even on the news here. Look, Leo is here. Leo TF is here. Good to see you, Leo. Welcome. Love it. And Kathleen, and hello, Tor and Lisa from Mary, who's one of our regular lovities in Florida. So yeah,
we can see the comments too. We
just can't.
They keep coming up on our thing.
We just can't comment back.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, we show the comments for the viewers that are watching. That want to see their comments.
Yeah, we want to say what you say. I want to say what you say. Hold
yes,
on.
Don't get distracted by the comments, because that could throw you
off.
Totally
distracted.
They're gonna look this way, look straight on.
All right.
Because they end up talking amongst themselves too. They're wishing each other a good day. They're talking about their kids.
That's a bad sign.
They're like,
we're gonna try to be so entertaining they don't talk amongst themselves.
They've already started. They're saying hello to each other and happy birthday and all the different things that they do. So I'm an interactive host with my years on television and radio. So that's why I like to bring the viewers in.
We do too. I'm actually a little concerned about Alessandra. Something's wrong with Alessandra.
She was sick or something, right?
Yeah,
something happened to her.
Yeah, there was a loss in the family. Yeah, there was a loss. There was a loss in the family. Yeah.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Yeah. So how are you guys doing?
We're sending you energy. We're good. We have whiskey. I think it's whiskey.
That's good.
I don't think so. YouTube doesn't like things.
Sorry.
Oh, you could have whiskey,
but I rarely drink. But I thought,
we're celebrating.
It's Friday night.
It's Friday night. It's Halloween weekend. There was a really bad band playing in a really bad parade in our area, so we're unwinding.
He's negative, Nelly. I happen to like that there's a barnacle parade in Red Hook. It's very kitschy. It's very Red Hook.
So we live in Red Hook, Brooklyn. So for everybody who wants to know, it's 10 years ago you couldn't walk here. Like it was very dangerous. And ever since then it's become more gentrified and it's still cool. Like, there's parts, if you guys know New York and Brooklyn, parts of Brooklyn are known as like the hipster areas, and we don't like those areas.
Yeah.
Because we're too old and we don't like plaid. So there's that. But our area is not a hipster area yet. So it's just filled with a bunch of artists, both, kind of traditional fine artists, musicians, writers, all sorts of wonderful type of people. And
really good barbecue, really good whiskey.
Really good, all of that. And,
pizza.
Yes, all of it.
Good pizza.
And so we love it here. And exactly, Toby. And we love it here.
Let them distract you.
No, I know. But they're talking about whiskey.
You're on the air.
Well, we're writers. We're easily distracted. So we live in. It's a really cool area. If you guys ever get a chance to visit Red Hook, Brooklyn, send us an email. We'll tell you where to go.
Yeah. Yes. So let the audience know where you guys originally hail from. You, Lisa, you're from St. Louis?
I am. I'm from St. Louis originally.
Yes.
I went to Rittner. For all of you St. Louisans out there who want to know what high school I went to, it's Rittner. North County girl. And I like my toasted raviolis and my gooey butter cake and my St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh boy. Wow. What a good combination there. And how about you, Tor?
Well, I grew up in a suburb of New York with a Jewish mother, and I like feeling guilty.
And I like making people guilty.
But that's where your mother is now, and that's the same town where Joan Rivers hails from, right?
Yes, Joan
Oh, I
Rivers.
didn't know that.
There's actually
Yeah.
Larchmont is it's a funny place because it's
Yeah,
the whole
Joan
town is
Rivers
like
was from Larchmont.
she was, and the whole town's about 1.5 square miles, but so many people who you would know have come out of there, and
Like Brooklyn, yeah, too.
yeah, kind of like
Yeah.
Brooklyn too. That's a little bigger, but still same idea. And so yeah, I'm from there, and you know, I really enjoy feeling guilty and envying other people's wealth.
That's
What
it.
What did you say?
Well, there were a lot of really rich people in Larchmont. We
Yeah.
weren't. We weren't.
You were on the other side of the track.
We were on the other side of the tracks,
Yeah.
but there were most people who live there. It's like near Scarsdale. They're very wealthy, and so I
Sure.
often admired that wealth.
Absolutely. So,
Just being honest.
you know, that's it. Honesty is the best policy. What for you guys? What was the inspiration for you, Tor, growing up in that area to want to get into the arts and entertainment and into music? Did you play yourself early on? Tell us a bit about your background and some of those early inspirations.
Yeah, I mean, I started singing at 6 years old. I was really my grandfather, who I revered, took me to my first Broadway show, which was Annie, starring Andrea McArdle, the original Annie.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's right.
I was just swept up by it. I thought, this is it. I want to do this. And it wasn't just that I didn't think I'd want to write it. I wanted to be in it, in these shows, and I wanted to sing and act. And I had a pretty good voice. I think at that age, I was a soprano. I'm now a baritone, but you know, I was 6. So I really got into it, and I memorized the whole soundtrack of Annie, and I would sing "The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow" for anybody who would listen. My mother can attest to that. I think she's watching.
Oh, my sister was hooked on that song. She would sing it a million times over and over and over. Yeah. Were you doing that too?
I was doing that too. And
you were doing that in Larchmont, and she was doing that on Long Island. Something about the L's.
It's all suburbs of New York. We probably were sang in harmony. So eventually that led to a really what's now a really famous sleepaway camp for the theater arts, which is called French Woods. And a lot of wonderful people came out of there, like David Stone, the producer of Wicked, Jason Robert Brown, the composer. He's done a bunch of Broadway shows. And so we all kind of went through this theater boot camp as kids. And I was in a lot of shows. And I think what brought me really to writing was, I guess I kind of, when I was about 18, I shunned musical theater because I thought it was silly and stupid. And I went away from it. I got into the world of rock and roll after college. I produced a lot of, rock stars and some legendary soul people. And what ended up happening as a result is because I was always writing songs for me, and I started writing songs for them. I had a record deal when I was 29. That came and went about the same quick pace. And then I just kept writing for other people. I scored a bunch of movies. Yeah. I did music for a bunch of television shows.
Tell us about tell us some of the movies and shows and commercials people might remember.
Well, I think the best, I don't know if the biggest, but the best score I ever did for a movie was called 100 Mile Rule. It's with Michael McKean, Maria Bello, some other people. The guy I can't remember is the husband of Cyndi Lauper. I don't know why I can never remember his name, but that's a fact. Anyway, it was a really cool movie. It's like a caper. And I loved Henry Mancini, the great film composer. So
Henry's wife just passed, Ginny, right?
Yeah.
Monica Mancini's mother. Yeah.
That's right.
97 years old. God bless her. I had an opportunity to work with her at Carnegie Hall when I was emceeing this big annual concert that goes on there with my friend composer Tim Janis. It's called An American Christmas Carol, and they bring in all of these artists from television and everywhere, Broadway, and perform. And the money, part of the funds, I believe, go to the Kate Winslet Foundation for Autism Research and the Golden Hat Foundation. So Ginny was there, and we were saluting Sir James Galway, the incredible flautist from Ireland, and got a chance to chat with her, meet her. I did the introduction for her, wrote the introduction. It was she was just a beautiful person. And she just passed a couple of days ago in her sleep after having dinner with friends in Malibu, and then went to bed, laid down, 97 years old, and just passed. Beautiful life. And beautiful life. And
that is the way. if I could plan it, that's how I would choose to.
Yeah, and she had performed with Mel Torme and for years, and of course Monica we know, and Greg Field, her husband. Great people there. But yeah, so that's cool, huh? Some of your background there. They're asking about your name too, Tor. They want to know about the name, derivation of the name.
Well, it's unfortunately it's I'm not a 6'5" blonde Nordic hero. When I was
it's not
born,
short for Tor. It's not short for Tori Spelling.
no, and somehow I feel offended by that. But no,
Aaron Spelling, the master television producer of the 70s and 80s, Charlie's Angels, and
you named his daughter, and that's a whole
Love Boat and Fantasy Island, and
you look a little like her.
Anyway,
when he tilts his head a little bit to the right, yes.
Yeah, a little to the right.
Which is right. Anyway, my mother, I was legally named Victor, but my mother, it was after my father's father who had passed, and my mother didn't want to call me Victor, so she agreed to legally name me that, but only if they could call me Tor. So I've been called Tor since I was born, and I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but this come up. That's
not for you. That's for the viewers. I'm for you.
No, I know.
Keep talking. Keep going.
Who says people know us? We're not unknown.
She's talking. Maybe you are to Dana. Dana is in Canada. Dana's in Canada.
Oh well, see, we're just now breaching the Canadian border with our knownness. Anyway, so I was called Tor since birth, but my legal name is actually Victor, and no one calls me that, except my grandmother used to call me that because it was her husband that had passed. I was named after, but it never felt good because it was always coupled with how come you don't cut your hair.
Yeah.
You're called Victor when you go through passport customs.
Oh, and in customs and stuff.
Homeland Security calls you Victor.
This is a therapy show, right, Jim?
Right.
We throw in inspiration and conversation. Absolutely. Yes, we've had a lot of.
Your mother's a therapist. So
my mother is a therapist. I'm the son of a real psychologist.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Yes. And what's one of the greatest things you learned from your mother?
What?
There's a big pause there.
I'm thinking.
And Mom's watching tonight. She's probably going to call you after this show and say, Tor, I should have named you Vic.
There were a lot of great things, which is why I paused because there's so many.
Yeah.
But I was going to say before she interrupted me.
Lisa's loving this.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in the hot seat. I'm going to leave.
No, it's not. Welcome to Yin and Yang.
Yeah.
I know exactly what it is. It's one of the great things was follow through on my commitments. I wanted to. That's great. I was always the lead. I was always the lead in the musicals in my high school, and then one year, the director of the show, she didn't like me for some reason, and she cast me. It was Grease, and I was destined to play the Travolta role, right? Like I was destined for that. And my whole life, I saw the movie when I was 11 about 15 times in the theater. So I was like, that's it. I'm Travolta. And then she cast me as like a side part, not even Kaniki. Like it was one of like the gang. And I said, you know what? I'm going to quit. This is stupid. I can't get
over. I was destined to.
I was destined. It was my destiny. I still haven't done it. And I'm going to do it one day. I don't care what you say. You can be you'll be my Sandy.
Speaking of Grease, that was my entree into the performing world.
Well, we're still talking about me.
Let's talk about me.
It's not time yet. He's still on me. He asked me a question. So anyway,
come on.
I had hair then. Okay. She told me, my mother told me that I shouldn't quit because I committed to doing the role and I should stick with it and make the best of it. And I did. And I stuck with it. And I'm really glad I did because after the first night's performance, the director came backstage really mad and yelled at me. And she said, I know what you're doing. You're trying to steal this show and I won't have it. And I had a little kind of morbid smile come across my face. And I said, well, I was destined to be John Travolta. Look what happened.
Look what happened.
You're looking at me. Huh?
Yeah.
And now he's De Niro.
Now I'm Robert De
Niro. Yes, De Niro. Yeah, I do see the De Niro in the eyes. I do see that.
A little bit.
Yes. Really cool. Really cool.
That's
So you
what
could be the
we've come
stand-in.
to. This is what we've come to right
Now we can segue to the beautiful one. We call her the beautiful one. I do.
I'm
Yes.
not doing impressions of De Niro. Oh, somebody made an appearance.
Ah, there we go. Hey, gang. This audience loves pets. Who do we have
Oh,
here? Who's
This
our
is our
guest
Chihuahua.
star?
This is Roxy.
She's a Chihuahua.
Her other name is called Izza, which is a baby.
She's 4.5 pounds, and she's always licking, and she's always kissing,
and she's sweet as pie.
and she's always looking for a lap to sit in. That's her entire mission in life.
That's
Just so you know, once a dog, cat, bird, turtle, whatever comes on scene, you guys are now going to take a back seat with the viewers to the Chihuahua.
I understand.
Let's just leave her on the chair and walk out.
It always, it always.
Roxy, say hello, honey.
She's not very fun if she's not with us, to be honest. Oh, she's a baby. She's a baby,
Look
guys.
at her. So cute.
Roxy.
Has Roxy performed in anything on stage or in any productions yet?
No, we don't work with animals or kids. No, I'm just kidding. We actually work with kids. We're
Wait a
actually
minute.
working
That's our
with kids
next
right
gig,
now.
actually. We're writing for a boy that's coming out next year.
But it's an influencer, a teenage influencer. We just wrote a song for. We're very proud of it. We can get into that later, though. We don't have to talk about it right now. We haven't talked about Lisa at all.
That's okay. I'm fine.
Yes. Is there anything else? Well, of course, Grammy nominated producer. I mean, tell us about some of that work, the people you've had an opportunity to work with and produce for, and so much more.
I was really lucky. It actually all started because I wrote a kids album and the birth of my daughter, which is called A World of Happiness. And you can find it on all the streamers and everything. And I put a lot of famous people. I was in LA then, and I was working with a lot of famous people. I put them all on. So there's Magic Johnson's on it, Samuel L. Jackson, Gary Oldman, Debbie Harry, Blondie, Perry Farrell, Jane's Addiction. And the list goes on. There's a lot of people on it. And excuse me, out of that, that was an album for kids, and it came out on Disney. And Lou Rawls, who I've been a fan of since I was a kid. He said he really liked.
Yeah, I love him. Yeah,
he said he really liked working with me, and if I'd be interested in producing his next album, for grown-ups, not a kids album.
Right.
And I said sure. And then that kind of set off my career. That was like the big break people talk about as a producer.
That was the one.
That was the one. And then Isaac Hayes came a calling. And that was really cool. And he was another great soul man.
Yes.
Somewhere online, if you guys look, there's a picture of me, Lou, and Isaac, and I'm in the middle of them. And it's really cool. It's really cool. I mean, it's cool for me.
Yeah. That's fantastic. That's like
it was a great moment. And I mean, people, I don't want to go through name dropping, but people can look it up. I've been really lucky about the people I've worked with, a lot of kind of timeless, legendary folks. And then after working with Perry, I ended up working with the Lollapalooza Music Festival, and I produced the first ever kids music festival called Kidsapalooza.
Yes, that's right.
So that I did that, and I just stayed with that for about 12 years. It was just every summer in Chicago, and it was great, and I loved doing it. But then the writing really took over in a big way with Lisa and I, and we've now we've written all these things that are actually go up on stages, which is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, I think it's really, really cool. And you guys play off each other so beautifully. Tell us about some of the television shows too and commercials you had an opportunity to work with that people might also recognize, Tor.
Oh, gosh. Well, I don't know if you guys watch Wife Swap. I did the very first, it's not the current theme they use, but if there is even a current show, I don't even know. But I did the very first song for the show. Basically, it was the theme song of the show. I did that. That's a big credit.
That's a big one.
Yeah, I did a bunch of reality shows on
MTV.
That was on ABC, wasn't it? Wife Swap was that ABC? Yeah,
it was ABC. And the very first season, it was an animated open, and so you hear these kind of like vibraphones. That's me. I mean, it's not really me on the vibraphone. It's me playing a sample of the vibraphone on a keyboard, but I wrote it. And so I did a lot of that, like reality show stuff, a lot for MTV. This would have been late 90s, early 2000s. There was a really cool hip hop comedy show called Scratch and Burn I was a part of. Excuse me. And those guys really got me into more of the comedy writing, which is what pretty much all Lisa and I do. And so that was really exciting. then I did the music for. We sold a pilot that didn't go anywhere, but I did the music for that. But that was a big company. The people who produced Big Brother did it.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
Is that Endemol?
Yes. Oh, good.
Endemol,
Yeah.
yeah.
Endemol. Yeah.
Yeah.
They wasted some money on us, which was awesome.
Yes. And they're
yeah,
originally out of the Netherlands.
That's right.
I visited their facility when I was doing a TV shoot out there. It's
Oh,
quite a
wow.
facility. They're responsible. And Fremantle too is another big one. Yeah.
Right.
Big stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess I've done commercials I've done music for, commercials for BMW and Cadillac and Nike. And I don't know. That stuff pales in comparison to what Lisa and I do. That was
Does it
but
pale
still
in
that stuff,
comparison
it's
to-
what's cool about it is that people, they remember those things. If you have a catchy tune, like I'd like to teach the world to sing. We had a guest on the other night that was reminding us that I'd like to teach the world to sing. A lot of people think that was the song first and Coca-Cola grabbed it. It was actually made for Coca-Cola first.
Right.
And then it became this radio hit and everybody did their interpretations.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I forgot about that. Yeah.
That's
I thought it was a
actually
song first, and then Coke said, "We love that song. Let's make it ours." It was actually for Coke, and then it became a hit.
Well, when I worked at the Jingle House in LA, that was the thing we all coveted. We thought, "Ooh, could we make it? I Can Teach the World to Sing." That's so catchy and so big that it becomes a commercial success. I can tell you another story like that, which is Lou Rawls. When I worked with him.
I love jingles. I'm a jingle person. They need to bring them back. I think we need that back. That identity.
I agree. I agree with that.
I feel like we missed our calling in the era of jingles.
Well,
real jingles and even TV show themes. I mean, you could hear TV shows from a couple of decades back, or even 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and you can sing those themes without. And if you do, dun, 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 it's Dick Van Dyke. Now it's just boing, and then the show starts or something. It's
well, you want to here's some. You want to do some trivia? Here's a trivia question. For everybody can try to answer this. Out of all the TV theme songs ever written, 2 of them hit #1 on the pop charts. Do you know what they are? Two songs. Jim, you can play too. You don't have to.
I know one.
You because I told you.
Yeah, but I know it.
Yeah. Jim, you can play too. What do you think they are?
I could be incorrect, but would one of them possibly be the Mary Tyler Moore theme? Who
Good
can
guess,
turn the world on with her smile? Yeah.
It's a great guess.
It's a song.
But no.
That's another. You heard that.
By the way, that doesn't mean other songs didn't make the charts. I'm saying made #1.
#1. Let's see if we could. What decade? And was it a drama, a comedy?
Okay.
Sitcom?
So one was a half-hour comedy.
Half-hour comedy.
The other was an hour-long. I guess it's a drama.
I don't know that one.
A light drama. So
half-hour comedy. There was the theme to The Greatest American Hero.
Yes.
Believe it or not,
that's one of them.
Yes.
You got it, Jim. That's one of them. Cheers theme is a good guess, but that's not correct.
Sorry, Cheers. Somebody said Cheers. Right.
Cheers theme is not correct, but it's an excellent guess. And I actually do think that made the chart, just not #1. No, not Brady Bunch.
Not the Brady Bunch.
I'm going to give you a hint.
Somebody said MASH.
No, although there are lyrics to that song. It's called Suicide is Painful.
That's right.
Oh my God!
Here's my hint.
Depressing.
The lead role's actor's first name is Gabe.
Welcome back, Cotter.
Yes.
Welcome back. And right there, you're sitting in America's 5th largest city, Brooklyn, where that was supposed to be. Yes, Gabe Kaplan.
And by the way, we've come full circle because who was in that show? John Travolta, My Destiny.
But somebody said something about the Bosley hair transplant company having a really bad theme. And then at first I thought they were saying something about you getting a hair transplant, but they weren't. They didn't say that.
You see, I'm not looking at the comments. I'm doing what Jim wants us to do. I'm looking at Jim.
Yes.
I want to hear the hair transplant jingle now.
Well, we'll look it up.
Okay.
So yeah, that was
So,
a
so
couple
those were the two. Welcome Back, Kotter, and the theme to
and
the Greatest American Hero.
Yeah.
Yes, believe it or
Yep.
not. Yeah,
And
cool stuff.
but only those two still to this day have made #1 on the Billboard top 40 pop chart.
That's incredible trivia. Cool stuff.
Good
Now
stuff.
we move to St. Louis
Yeah.
and Lisa. So growing up in
melt cheese, that's not a real thing.
I don't know what that means. Nobody knows what that means.
You have to be from St. Louis. There's a lot of inside St. Louis jokes that no one's gonna get.
Let's see, Sherry in Kansas. That's not that
That's
far,
close.
I guess.
That's
She
close.
might get it.
She might get it. She might get it. So yeah, I grew up in St. Louis. I unlike Tor, but also connected. My first experience of falling in love with music was Grease 2, the other Grease. And my favorite song that I sang in front of people for the first time was Cool Rider, Michelle Pfeiffer, and I Wanted to Be a Pink Lady. That was the first time I sang in public for my family. And it was embarrassing, and yet I did it.
But you did it. Hey.
That was the jump off moment. And I never turned back, Jim.
Were there others in the family that were musically inclined, or performers, actors, actresses, anybody that you were influenced by, inspired by along the way?
Not in my family.
The neighbors across the street?
And see.
I just broke the first rule of improv, which is
just crushed that, killed that whole line.
Killed that one.
I did make my cousin sing with me, though. We sang it together. We wore our Pink Lady outfits, and we did that. That's what we did. We sang it together.
Yeah.
She left me hanging out to dry there, and I got through it. It was not the best experience, my first showbiz experience, I have to say.
Yeah. So what was, as you were coming up the ranks, what was one of the bigger breaks? Tor mentioned one of his bigger breaks. How about for you? Obviously
I did a lot of sidelining. I was a sidewinder. I did, all the musicals in high school. I was, in Man of La Mancha, and I love musical theater because I could act, sing, and dance, which was really important to me. But, I didn't go to a fancy performing arts sleepaway camp. In fact, I didn't even know that there was that sort of thing until I moved to New York. And then everyone said, "Oh, which sleepaway camp did you go to?" I'm like, "What's that?"
Right.
She didn't even know that there was such a thing.
I had no idea.
A sleepaway camp.
No, I went to the YMCA day camp. That was my big.
And that was.
Yeah. Also, I did do a week at Bible camp. That was another experience I had. It had nothing to do with performing. So.
And that's why she's with a Jewish guy.
So I was going to say, what that week in the Bible camp, is that what made you one tough undercover mother?
All the moms in the playground, dropping attitude, dropping attitude, dropping attitude. And they all try to get at you, tell you what to do, tell you what to do, tell you what to do. And you want to walk away, but kids want to play, kids want to play, kids want to play. So talk to the hand, cause the face ain't listening. Getting by, that's how I'm dealing. Sometimes a mom just gotta have a break. Let him stay up all night if you want to sleep late. Feed him cereal when you don't want to cook. I swat him in the butt when they give a dirty look. Fed up with the nagging, let him watch TV. That's just me, cause I'm trying to make a phone call, G. You see, there's a lot you can do when your kid's being lame. Set him up with a video game. When your kid be whining that her homework's tough, she's had enough, so you call her bluff. What's a little bribe if it'll get the job done? Do. You won. When the baby's in the crib trying to get at you, bring him in the bed, bring him in the bed. When a mom like me just gotta sleep, baby bottle fed, baby bottle fed. And if the moms in the playground judge it, don't care what they said, care what they said. I don't read books or go to parenting class. You don't like it? I'll pop a cap in your ass. Peace.
I can't believe you just did that.
First of all, I'm getting canceled.
That was for Nickelodeon.
That
was for Nickelodeon Mom Channel.
Yeah.
You
I
are.
can't-
Man, how did you
That is
find that? Where is that?
funny.
It's probably
That's
on
out
the-
there. That is out there. Yes.
It's
that
It's
is
out there.
That was
Oh
very
my
funny.
God.
When did you do that? That was hilarious. Did you
No, that was
guys create that together or?
Yeah, that was actually weirdly, that was one of the first things we ever wrote together because
Yeah.
I had
That's
pitched
what-
them
that's That's why
originally,
we picked it, because we knew it was something that you did together plus something
Right.
funny. And then it sort of tied into what you were saying. So, growing up in those mean streets of St. Louis, I tell you, you're one tough undercover
undercover
mommy.
mom.
Well, yeah, Nickelodeon Mom Channel, this production company in LA, they wanted to do something with Lisa. She had pitched them these ideas, and then we met shortly after. And then Lisa and I wrote those songs together. I did the track, which was obviously a takeoff Snoop Dogg, "Drop It Like It's Hot." And we went out to LA and we filmed it all against, like, they had all these green screens, and we just did it. It was actually really fun. People liked it. See.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you
yeah,
very much.
sure.
Not the best thing.
Terry in
Not the
Kansas
best thing
says,
we've ever done.
So that now it's like 10 years later, you go, oh, maybe I wouldn't have shoved a video game in front of my kid's face.
Jerry says, I think all moms can relate to this.
Yeah.
I
Mary says that was great, and Toby loves it as well. Yeah,
Awesome.
we didn't want to like intro it. We just wanted to throw it out of left field. And
You
your
did.
reactions when you were watching it,
I did not expect
was-
that. That was hilarious.
Yeah, we did not see that coming.
it
You're
was
good.
hilarious. It was really very, very funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was one. I mean, look, that's actually, even today, even though that was so long ago.
Multi-talented.
Well, we still that's the kind of, we have that kind of fun when we write. That's why we love writing
Oh,
together.
yeah.
Because
That's it.
we come up with ridiculous ideas, and then people want to hear it for some reason.
Absolutely. Things like
The best part is we get paid for it.
yeah, right. And things like Uber Mom.
I was a mom on my own in my normal routine, all alone as I went through my day. Running here, running there, losing my hair. I was going crazy. 3 o'clock on the dot is when it began. I didn't even put up a fight. Soccer, Spanish, Taekwondo, and piano. There was no relief in sight. Now I drive you to and fro as I feed you on the go. All the while planning play dates on the phone. I'm an Uber mom with a minivan, and I take it to the limit with a master plan. I'm an Uber mom for sure. And a mom is like no other mom before. I know how to play the game. I put other moms to shame. Every woman in the world will shout my name. Uber mom, living out my dream. A supercalifragilistic mom machine. I'm an Uber mom knocking at your door. And a mom is like no other mom before.
Oh my God.
Megan, stop.
By the way, never before has anyone rhymed taekwondo with piano.
All right.
I was
That
going to say that
That
is
was something.
true talent. That is true talent.
Supercalifragilistic mom machine.
That's classic. That's now become a classic.
See? and they are loving it. Look, Mary loves it, and Merlin in Canada
Good
saying,
job.
enjoying you, Lisa. Sherry Larson says, these are great with all, they're laughing, the emojis of tears coming out of their eyes. Your reactions when you're watching, you're like doing backflips off the chair. It's hilarious. Chris in Northern Ireland is loving it. Alessandra, look at all of the emojis with the tears. And Joan says, wow. Christine in North Carolina says, entertaining, energetic video. Lisa, Dana in Canada, he says, freaking amazing. Holy pipe. They're listening to your voice too. I mean, really
I am
fantastic, actually.
literally crying
Too
laughing.
funny. Good. So then we did our job. We put smiles on your faces, which we love to do on the show. And
You know what's so great for the women out there that are watching? I have to tell you, my whole life, I'm like, oh, I need to lose 5 pounds. Oh, I need to lose 10 pounds. But like 10 years later, when you look back at yourself, you go, I looked good.
that you were, yeah.
But I thought I was fat, you know. I was like, oh,
We're all
look good.
self-critical. Artists
Yeah.
are usually the most self-critical of them all. We're always, sort of trying to do different things to get better or what have you. But those are hilarious, and you looked fantastic, and the music.
Thanks.
And so, tell us about that one, Uber Mom. That was funny.
Well, Nickelodeon, I had done some other videos for a different project before, and they were not appropriate for Nickelodeon, let's just say that. But they loved the energy, they loved the writing, they liked the whole take of everything else. So they threw some money at me and said, can you make some interstitial material? And I was like, great. So that's my sense of humor. Those are the things that I would think about as I was dealing with all the play dates, dealing with momming. And I just can't believe that we did that 10 years ago. I mean, that
Yeah, and
amazing. It's amazing, isn't it?
her boys now, those actually weren't her boys in the video, but her boys are now 15 and 13. I have a 15 and a 21-year-old daughter. She's graduating college. I mean, it's like, you look back at that and you go, wow, the kids were young. We were in better shape. Pretty cool.
We're in pretty good shape.
We're in pretty good shape.
We work out every day.
Yeah, but
is that enough?
Probably not. It's never enough.
It's never enough.
It's never enough.
It's obvious that Lisa is the straight man.
We had an agent, not our current one, but we used to have this agent when we first, it was our very first agent we ever had. And we got into this position. We were like, God, we need an agent already. How come we don't have an agent? So when we had met with this guy and so I said, you know what? I'm going to call him. I'm going to close this. We're going to get ourselves an agent. And we got on the phone. He was like, oh my God, I totally want to represent you. Yes, of course. And I was like, oh my God, this is so great. He's like, I was going to call you earlier, but then something came up. So we had an agent, and then he goes, no, it's great. I mean, you're such a great, you're so great as a songwriter, Tor, and Lisa's the funny one. And then I had a problem. So I was so happy. And then I was like, well, and I said, I'm funny too.
Yeah.
And he said, no, of course you are. But Lisa, I mean, is really funny.
Yeah.
And I said, we write everything together, all the stuff that you're laughing at. He goes, yeah, but Lisa's really fun. I mean, he just wouldn't let it go. But he was right. Lisa's the funny one.
I guess that's why we don't have him anymore. You couldn't handle it.
Couldn't handle it.
You work so well together too. You play off each other and combine forces in such a fantastic way. So Lisa, for you, what was that bigger break for you other than the videos we just saw?
Right.
Again,
that was the entree.
That was the entree.
I really like it. Can I just say one thing before you say that? I think Dana's really funny too, because she goes, I work out too.
I love you. Yeah, I'm feeling her right now.
Really anyway, sorry, Jim. Go, Lisa.
So again, with being the funny one, I would always write my own audition material. And this is after I went and got my master's degree in opera and was like, what am I doing? This is terrible. I'm never going to sing at the Met. So I'm going to never do this again. So I got my master's at BU. And then I just went off and got a bunch of stuff, got my equity card, came to New York a year later. And there's something in me, and maybe it's what's the best thing about me, but also the worst thing about me is that I can't just let things be. I can't just sing a song the way it was written. I gotta mess with it. I gotta something hits me. I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. I'm gonna rewrite this and now make that my song. So that's what I did when I auditioned for The Producers. And that was when it had just come out. It was on Broadway for about a year, and they were
Nathan Lane and
Right. And so I was the one that was like, oh, I'm never going to get a role in that show. So I'm just going to go in there and do whatever I want. And I went into a big ass cattle call. There was like 400 women there. And I took mine hair from Cabaret and made it about actual hair. And I only wrote 16 bars. And I went in with a bald cap on and a wig. And I was literally singing, and I ripped the wig off and I'm singing to the hair and I'm throwing it down and did the whole thing. And then it was over because it was 16 bars. I was like, bam, bam, out, right? They died. Yeah. It was ridiculous. And I thought, there's nothing in the show for me. So that was fun. And then they called me back. And then I had to write more. So then I did a medley, and then I got to the final audition. And that was the one where we had to write a joke for Mel Brooks. It was the final. I'm not going to tell the joke because I can't tell the joke. If I'm not getting canceled for the
she got the show.
I told a pretty bad joke, and they were like, Mel's gonna love that joke, or he's gonna hate it. So when you come back for the final, find another joke. So I did, and I got the job. And I think he would have loved that joke personally, but I'll tell you privately after the show, Jim.
Let's move on from the joke. She got the job. She took the gig.
You got the job. That's the bottom line, right?
I got the job. It was a great, but I was married for a year before I got the job, and it was like, okay, you're going on tour now. See ya.
Yeah.
And that's sort of how it happened. But it was the greatest.
But then
experience.
Then after her then husband told her that she needed to quit the tour, she got the Broadway show.
I did. I was rewarded by the universe.
So then she ends up on Broadway in the roles of Lick Me, Bite Me.
I did Lick Me, Bite Me, which is what I did on tour. And then I'd also covered Hold Me, Touch Me. And that was the main old lady that has the scenes with Max. And so then I did her for 3 or 4 months. And then I came back. I went back off because the girls came back. And then they offered me the role on Broadway. And I just had a kid. So them's the breaks.
But you were on Broadway.
I'm saying I did
she
the
did the Broadway
on
show.
Broadway, but then when they offered the
right?
role continued, I had to breastfeed instead.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I did.
Exactly. That's it. Yeah. Absolutely. Uber mom. Absolutely.
I'm momming.
So what happened from there? Did you take a pause, in the career?
Tell me what happened.
Tor is so mean. I don't know.
He's leaning back. We're saying, you tell him.
I don't want to get deep, but this is the plight of the woman. I was trying to keep my toes in performing, and I did. I was writing my own stuff on the side, and I was still sort of auditioning, but I lived in Connecticut as well, Jim. I lived in Connecticut, a place called Greenwich. And that was probably the worst place for a person like me, because I just did not. I don't know this anymore, Tor. We're not performing this right now. But I became.
Well, you didn't say Greenwich when you arrived, did you?
I didn't, but he's playing something that I became. Here's to the ladies who lunch. Everybody laugh. That was me. Lounging in their caftans and planning a brunch on their own behalf. You don't know this well enough, Tor. You can't play this right.
All right, I'll stop. If anyone ever says Greenwich, Connecticut, I immediately go to the piano and play Ladies Who Lunch.
That was perfect. That's what
I became. And then I was like, I was a total Stepford wife for a while there, and that was fun. And then I just realized that I was completely unhappy. I was with a man that didn't appreciate what I did at all, and I became a serving crazy
different lifestyle, different. Yeah.
And so that is what pushed me into creating. And that's where we are now. 10 years later, everybody's doing what they love. Everybody's thriving in what they need to be doing. He's making money and we're making music.
That's the key. So you guys coming together and combining forces as Tor and Lisa. Tell us about the incubation of that and how you were able to really take that idea and roll with it in the terrific way that you guys do. And you mix the music with the comedy and everything. It's fantastic.
Well, it started on 46th Street. at a bar that's no longer there called the Bull Moose Saloon, where we met. And Lisa's obviously, as you all can see now, kind of very striking in a number of ways. She's beautiful, but she's also, her personality is so infectious. And so, I was working on some music and I didn't have much else to kind of showcase my new things in New York. And we ended up writing something together called Stealing Time, which was really the story of her leaving her marriage and me leaving my marriage. So it was basically,
Someone call that a musical drama.
Yeah.
Instead of a musical
Yeah.
comedy.
there was funny.
A Lifetime movie.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks, Jim.
it's not exactly a Lifetime movie because nobody freaked out, murdered somebody, and then buried the body in the neighbor's yard.
We should have done that.
Right.
That
Or
would've been
kidnap
No,
the
we could have.
baby or right.
Right. We
Yeah.
talked about it. No. So we wrote this thing, and it was like, I think it was really beautiful. It was very honest and very pure, and there was a lot of interest in it right from the start. And we knew the feeling that we had writing together was just incredible from the get-go. And so we just said we have to do this all the time, 24 hours a day. It's all we wanted to do. And it actually didn't take too long before we got hired. Like people liked what we did. And so, but there was always the comedy. And our big job that we got, I don't know how short it was after that, but sometime after that, was Green Acres. So we got commissioned to write the musical based on the television show.
Right.
Which was, neither of us were big fans of Green Acres. It's not like, oh, Green Acres, oh my God. Like we
David
were aware of
Gabor
it.
and Eddie Albert. Yeah.
Sure. We knew the people. We maybe
I
seen
watched the reruns when I was little.
Yeah, we saw some episodes, but it wasn't like, it wasn't like if you called me, Jim, and said, Tor, I want to hire you guys to write a musical based on Happy Days, I would freak out because that was like my show. I would be like, yes, I'm in. Oh my God, I'll do anything. But Green Acres, you're like, all right, cool, yeah. And so we ended up writing basically an original story using the characters of Green Acres, and it was really fun and it's hilarious. It's a big, sweeping, broad comedy with a huge cast, and I guess what, and this is actually more serious, but all comedy comes out of pain and hope and kind of dashed dreams. Comedy is the stuff that we do so we can look at the pain differently and in a way that makes us laugh, right? And so this show became about kind of the dream of today, that any day could be the day. In fact, the opening number called This Could Be the Day. This could be the day this thing happens that I've always wanted. This could be the day my boss quits and I'm free of that person. And, whatever it is, whatever your thing is. And so, there's a lot of funny in that, because when your dreams are dashed, then it's possible for your dreams to still come true. If you're not a billionaire, then you still could become one. Right. The possibility is what's out there, and what's funny is all the ways we trip up on the way to it. And so that's really what Green Acres was about. And okay, and then and we did a few other musicals. One starred Howie D of the Backstreet Boys, which is called Howie D Back in the Day. It was a kind of loosely biographical sketch of one particular incident of his childhood, and that ended up playing out in Omaha, Nebraska, one of the biggest children's theaters in the country. He starred in that version of it, so that we got to see that. And but then we wrote this play, and this is that was kind of a relief, because we love writing songs, but I don't know how many musical theater people there are in here, but when you have to stop writing a book, say, or the script part, to write a song that has to, one, be really funny, rhyme in all the right ways, and also tell a story, and then hold on, have all this subtext so it doesn't seem like you're telling a story through the song. That's a lot, and we love doing it, and I think we're pretty good at it, but it's a lot. And when we started this play, which is called Senior Living, it's about a group of older people that live in a retirement community together. It was really fun because we never had to stop. We just kept writing and writing and writing and writing.
Yeah.
And that was and that's really funny. But it's also about the same thing as Green Acres. It's about hope. We actually call it, it's a play about people dying to live. So as funny as some of our stuff is, it's all about this. Everything we write's about the same thing. And
There's
I
a
think that's what
message.
makes, it's all about hope and possibility, really more about possibility. And I think that the courage it takes to still believe in it, to still believe that something's possible, that takes a lot of courage. And I feel like that's what I learned from Lisa coming out of our previous marriages into this relationship. That's a lot of courage. And so, but now I know, because this worked, I know that anything's possible. So if this is all that's happened, I'm good.
Right.
Because this is enough. And once you feel like you have enough, because we all do, we all have enough. But once you really know you have enough, you get everything you want. That's the joke.
That's right. It's very liberating when you realize that. Exactly right. You're always chasing, but then you have this wonderful thing right in front of you, or people around you that care, and all these things. And I think that this, year and a half, 2 years we've been through with the COVID and everything has taught us a lot of different lessons. There's been a lot of teachable moments and a lot of time to be introspective and to reconnect and reboot and reflect. And I've been saying multiple times, my professional work and on this show, that I'm hoping we are rising from the ashes more empathetic, kinder, unified, more collaborative, because we need to be. And the earth spins a lot more smoother on its axis when it's a little more balanced and people are all at the table, but that there's more empathy too and more understanding. And I think a lot of people, as we've seen, they're reflecting on their own lives. What have I done so far? Who have I served? Where's it gotten me? Am I happy? Is my cup filled? How much time is there, going forward potentially? And what am I going to do with that time? So the next chapter. How about you guys during all of this? And I keep saying that the only people I think that could have scripted what has happened with all of it, all the craziness of everything the last 2 years, would have been Rod Serling from The Twilight Zone, Steven Spielberg, Stephen King, or George Lucas. Those were the guys that would be able to come up with something like this. How have you guys individually and collectively embraced those teachable moments, and how has this changed you in any way? What have you learned during this time?
We just, first of all, like everyone, we were pretty dumbstruck, and also we're making fun of things. Like I remember going to the grocery store going, "Oh, COVID, look, it's the virus." And then it was like, "Oh wait, this is scary. This is for real." And it wasn't funny anymore. We did make light of it with our kids a little bit. We did a funny video, a spoof on Margaritaville. We did Coronaville, and that was fun for the neighborhood in Brooklyn and all of that. It was, and then we tried to find our footing, because as writers, we started this whole thing off going, well, our lives really aren't changing. We're sitting at home like we always do, writing.
Right.
But at the same time, everything did change around us in an instant. And we tried to keep busy because everything we had going had fallen off. Like Broadway was shut down. Everything we had moving and opening in 2021 or late 2020 was not happening anymore.
And also we were very close to getting a television show deal for a pilot we wrote, and that went away. And
our agent got fired.
Everybody, all the people in TV in LA that were wanting to talk to us about this pilot, they all left their jobs. And so, what rather than kind of go into the devastation of it, which I think we did it first, like most people, because you sit there on the news and nothing good can come from that. But I felt like I had stopped watching the news during the previous presidency because I didn't want to hear from anybody. I don't want to hear from either side. I just didn't want to hear about it. And then I felt like I had to go back to it for COVID, because we were, as you remember, and we all do, we were getting information that was new every day.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, I got to watch at least that. But then of course all the other stuff came in, which is always feels bad. And so we eventually stopped watching the news once we realized, okay, we're in this is going to be a long haul. This is not just 2 weeks, 4 weeks. This is going to be a minute. So
And then we started writing.
And then we started writing, and we said, you know what? I'm not going to be those people who come out of this, that haven't done anything for a year or whatever it was going to be. We didn't know how long it was going to be then. And it's still
So you started creating. Yeah.
Yeah, we wrote. So Lisa's first album came out actually during COVID. That's February. Actually did pretty well. It's the single got to 21 on the Billboard chart, so that was cool. It's called "Ain't No Good Man." If you guys want to look for it, Lisa St. Lou, "Ain't No Good Man." It's on all the streamers. And we ended up writing her second. Oh, well, of course you knew about it, Jim.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
He's a ninja.
He's a video ninja.
Yeah.
He's a video.
Yes.
Right.
You know what?
All
You know
right.
what they call me, and it's a word you don't hear used that often anymore. I'm a professional.
Exactly.
There are the professionals and the not professional, and
Right.
we're on the other side.
So
That's it.
we
That's
also
it.
took the opportunity because we said, it was distributed by a Warner label, and we said, we got to do our own marketing because they'll do whatever they're going to do, but we got to be on the social networks. So we ended up going out there, just Lisa and I, and through COVID, we shot 13 videos. I directed, shot, edited. She starred in everyone, and was mostly freezing because it was always cold.
And only us because it was COVID.
And only us because we
no
couldn't
help.
have anybody else in it. And we went around all New York, just her and I with our, 4K iPhone cameras. We shot 13 videos, and they've got now thousands and thousands of views on YouTube. And it's like, and then I just got hired to direct a music video. And I never directed a music video until for that.
It's a glow up girl.
These are the dolls we were talking about before. We've been hired to write. That's our latest project. We're writing their kind of theme song, and I'm directing a music video starring an influencer on TikTok. Yeah. With 12 million followers. Yeah. Which is apparently a big thing.
Yeah.
It's more than some of the networks get on a night of expensive programming.
Insane.
What is that? Is that a one share? What is that? You must know, Jim. What's the Nielsen on that?
At least. At least. Well, if you figure when when little Ricky was born on I Love Lucy on CBS, 50 million people watched that. So if you're figuring 12 million, and that's when the world would stop. That was appointment television. The world would stop, and everybody would be there at 8:00 watching that all together. That was kind of cool. Now everything there's so much stuff, it's just coming at you left and right, So,
but that's what we did. We created.
But congratulations on all that.
Thanks. We made the videos. We wrote her second record. Well, most of it at least, and
did some live streams.
Did some more writing, revised the play.
Maybe we should have her as a guest on the show when you talk to her. Tell her you were on this extraordinary broadcast, the Jim Master Show.
The TikTok?
Yeah. What the heck? Why not?
Oh, right now.
I would actually get a kick out of seeing you interview her.
Me too.
And I'm going to tell you why later.
Along with a joke.
Yeah. She'd actually be a really good interview.
She would.
She's very entertaining, and she's very mature. She's 17. Her name is Mackenzie Brooke. And she's very entertaining. She's actually, despite, I guess, my obvious cynicism to everybody watching, she's really talented. And
cynicism isn't at her. It's just at the whole concept. It's at the whole concept of
the
whole
TikTok,
the short video type thing.
That's what it is now.
You used to have jib cameras and helicopters, and you'd have a crew of 500, and now it's just your cell phone.
Right, and it's like, I think this is the point at which I have to just say, I'm too old to understand certain things. It's kind of like when the parent said, I don't like Elvis and his gyrating hips. He's going to go straight to hell. And I think like I'm those people now, but I don't understand the TikTok and what the kids are listening to these days. I mean, and by the way, get your ball off my lawn. All right.
I don't feel the same way. I accept it because it's not going to change.
Yeah. I'm a little more resistant.
I'm younger than you, so.
She's way younger than me. I was born in the 60s.
God, I'm not that young. I was born in the 70s.
I was born in the last year of the 60s, but it was still the 60s.
I was born in the 70s.
Tell us about the album, and again, congratulations on it. We'll pull that up again. It's also a great shot of you on the cover.
Oh,
Really,
thank
that's a very model-esque shot. Who took that shot for the cover? It's fantastic.
Our friend JD Urban, he used to live in Red Hook, actually.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
flew with us to New Orleans, where we recorded it with Half Devil Family and Miss Irma Thomas, who is the Soul Queen of New Orleans. And Ivan Neville was on it. He was co-producer with Tor. And it was just it was a magical experience with the most incredible band, and just made I've always knew what's inside of me, instead of me singing like an opera singer or singing like a musical theater person or saying it was me. This is my soul, and this is what I was always meant to sound like and express.
I'm waiting for Jim to bamboozle us with one of the music videos.
Don't do it,
Is
Jim.
that happening?
People are leaving us
Is that
after
happening?
9.
I feel like I keep waiting for it.
Now that's an old school. Now that's an old school word, bamboozle.
Yeah.
I love it.
1969, we get around. We learn things.
We do have this photo.
I honestly forgot we even did that.
I forgot about this show.
I am
I-
Ralph Edwards, and this is your life. Tell us about this one. Yeah.
That's the Trump Family Special.
Yeah.
The first annual Trump Family Special.
Gina
Yeah.
Gershon.
With Gina Gershon playing
Trump.
Melania. That's Lisa playing Ivanka Trump.
Very cool.
Ivana. Sorry,
I
Ivana.
forgot.
Ivana, the daughter.
No.
You guys all look the parts. Yeah.
Yeah, they're that was a show that we did the music and lyrics, and our partner in that was Danny Salas. He actually brought the idea to us, and ended up going off Broadway, and it was great at first until it wasn't,
It's
but
kind of like the virus, right? It starts
Yeah.
off as funny, not
funny.
so funny, really
And
sad
then-
and scary.
one review said, "I'm they're making me laugh while the world is burning around us,"
Yeah.
and I was
So
like,
that's
maybe we should stop now.
maybe we'll just put a
We're done
pause.
Other than New York.
I
Yeah.
don't want to, but I actually.
I mean,
It was a parody. Oh, that's a
I
cool
love that
shot.
shot.
That's
my
us-
favorite.
that's
What
us
was
at our-
happening? What was happening that night at
That
54?
was our first songwriter showcase. In fact, because of that show, we got Green Acres' job. They
Ah.
saw our songs. The producers of Green Acres were there. They heard our songs and they hired us after that.
Oh, that's terrific. That's very,
Yeah.
very cool. Good.
It's a great
That's good.
shot.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure I'm laughing at something. I'm always laughing at something.
Yeah, I think that's from that same show.
Yeah,
Is
it
it?
was. It was. Well, it's the same outfit, so it must be. 'Cause I
Yeah,
wore that
same
once.
show. That's a cool shot too. Same photographer.
Tor's remembering it from the song list, and Lisa
remembering
remembers
my
it from the outfit.
Well, I see myself at the piano, and I love that piano, and it just made me think I really miss that piano. That's a beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a 50. Fine Line's 54 below, and it's a beautiful sounding piano. It's
Yeah.
really terrific.
It's a,
They
It's a
do.
great-
They do live right there. They've got a really good
Yeah,
system.
it's a great
Yeah.
venue. Yeah, I've emceed a few friends' concerts there, and it's a great place.
Yeah.
St.
That was
Louis, right? Going back home.
Pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, that
aren't you,
was the,
Jim?
Yeah.
I think it's NBC affiliate morning show there.
Yes.
That was 2 years ago now.
That was right before COVID.
Yeah.
Shortly before COVID really hit, and we did a live. That was from Lisa's album that you showed. We did a live version of the title track on that.
Very
That was we were
cool.
planning on releasing it in last.
Yeah, that's when it was
Yeah.
supposed to come out. It was supposed to come out way before, but then COVID.
Oh.
Oh, that's good.
This is so weird.
That's from Lisa's latest.
I love the guests' reactions. So what was this one
Outfit.
for?
That was a photo shoot that we did to kind of liven up the imagery after the album was released, to have new shots, because the album cover was used a lot, and we realized we
Yeah.
needed a whole other kind of look, and so that's the next look. That's truer, I think, to who Lisa is right now. She's some of the photos that are very close up and not really retouched
That's also me.
That's also her.
In case you were wondering.
That's it. That's
Yeah,
in. That's in New
What was that
Orleans.
for? That's in New Orleans. Yes.
Yeah.
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 That was
Yeah.
part of the same shoot where we got the album cover from, but that was just another shot we didn't use, but we love it.
That's a great shot too.
I love this shot. I love this so much because that's just who we are.
Yeah,
most
that's
of the
that. I
time.
think that really represents our essence. That shot.
It looks like a comfortable, like a Sunday morning type thing or something. It just has there's a
LA,
comfortability or there's a warmth to it, a comfortability. Like,
Yeah.
I got you, you got me, we got each other. There's a lot there.
That's what it's like with us, I think.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
that for everybody. I want that for our kids. I want. Aw, my hair's so short.
Yeah.
Look at us, happy,
Look good.
sweet. Yeah.
Put your head on my shoulder. Little Paul
I should
Anka.
buy a jacket tomorrow.
Yeah, you should. It's a good look. It's a good look for you.
I love that jacket.
That's
Sorry, I
a good
just
one.
So
No,
weird.
Is Roxy back? Do I see Roxy jumping around?
She's
here. I
here.
think
she's just going back and
well,
forth the lap.
when she goes on my lap, it usually means she needs to
Go potty.
get walked.
I like that
Because she
you're
goes to
go
her-
potty, get
She goes
walked.
to yeah, because I'm the go potty get walk guy,
Yeah.
and Lisa's
I mean,
everything else.
The feed, the clean up the poo, the love.
That's
me.
it. What are some things are you guys have been creative through all of this crazy time the last 2 years or so, but which is fantastic, and congratulations on all the cool things that are happening. What are some more new things coming up on the horizon that you guys are excited about?
Well, the plays go. The big thing that this Glow Girls thing is kind of really cool because we're directing that music video come next month. But our play Senior Living, which you mentioned before, that's going up at Portland Stage in Maine at the end of January. If anybody,
Judy Ivy is directing.
Judith Ivy, the famous actress, she's directing it. So if anybody is in Portland, Maine, or lives there or is near there,
It's such a great place, isn't it, Portland?
Yeah.
That whole
and
area.
It's amazing. And so we're really excited about that because I think it's one of the best things we've ever written. And we're hoping after Portland, it makes its way back to New York somehow. So that's the dream. And then we're starting a new project, new play, a very famous writer named John Cariani, who ironically also wrote a show called Almost Maine, which is the most licensed play in America. It's incredible. It's a great play if you've never read it. It's really great. So we're writing a new play with him. And we're trying to get Lisa's second record going, and it's a lot, but that's how we like to live. We like to do things all the time. And then we have our kids, and then we have it's a lot. It's a lot. And we're trying to get a television show sold, which has a better chance now than it did in COVID. So cross your fingers for us, because that would be amazing.
Exciting stuff, really exciting stuff. What are some of those blessings and joys in your life that keep you guys going through thick and thin and creating the art and inspiring people as you've done for so long?
Well, laughter is one of it.
Yeah.
One of it. I can't even talk. Also, what inspires me the most is sitting around the dinner table with our kids and talking about what's going on in their lives, what's going on in their minds, what's going on with their friends, what do they think about the show we just watched, and also, what their teachers have thought about things that they haven't watched. That's a little shout out for my son. So it's been interesting, just the conversation, because they are the future, and what they feel, and this is the last moments we're going to get with them. They're getting so big so fast that I know that they're precious times that we have to be with them and just talk and share, and it's just a wonderful moment. It's my favorite time, is just sitting at the dinner table talking about everything.
Yeah, I'm really inspired by them too. I mean, it's kind of exciting, even though we still obviously aspire to do many things. It's interesting and really exciting to see them aspire.
Yeah,
because that's what's greater than our aspirations.
Absolutely.
It may be the only. I think every parent would probably agree with that. It's like the only thing that in a way is greater than yourself is your children, and that makes you understand that you're not greater than anyone, and there's a lot greater than you.
Yeah.
But you're just all part of it. But it's seeing your children is it's something. It's really something.
Yeah.
And so that does it. And also, you know, not just, but to be perfectly honest and full disclosure, very little gives us more joy than embarrassing the hell out of them. And we try to do it
This
every
is
single
also
day.
true. This is also
We-
true.
No one gets away with anything in our family.
No.
It's constant. We're on you. And it's making all the boys get really quick-witted. So they're becoming funnier and funnier, and their one-liners are getting better and better.
It's true. It's unfortunately true.
Yeah, it's hard.
So
But
you think they're following in your footsteps, you think?
Oh, I hope not.
God, I hope not.
It's too hard. It's too hard.
Like, please do anything else.
I think my son maybe wise he's doing a lot. He programs strategy raps. He's actually really good. And I'm not just saying that because he's my son. He's effing talented. I mean, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And her young son Wesley he's really funny. I think he could be a great comedy writer or a great comedian or a great actor. I don't think he wants to do it though.
He doesn't want to do any of that.
Yeah, and her perfect son, Colt.
Perfect Colton. I don't know what he's going to be, but he could be the president. Honestly.
He probably will be.
It's just so.
So I feel
wonderful.
like I don't know if they will, and I don't really care.
I don't either.
All I care about for them is that they're taking extreme joy in everything that they pursue.
Which is beautiful. Really beautifully said. You know who was with us tonight that thoroughly enjoyed himself, and he pops in a little bit towards the latter part of the show. Mr. George Burns was with us this evening.
Well,
there he is.
I appreciate this so very much.
He is
with his
great.
cigar. Yeah, and here he is up close.
He was the greatest.
Love it.
He's got the cigar.
Oh, I love him.
Really cool. This was my Aunt Lillian's, one of my mother's sisters, and she collected dolls, and it got handed down to me. So we sort of incorporated it into the show. This came out as I guess a limited collector item when he turned 100. 100. God bless him, huh?
Wow.
God bless him. Yeah. Cool
That's
stuff.
cool.
So he said you guys knocked it out of the park. He enjoyed. He learned a lot, and he enjoyed
I'm so glad.
thoroughly.
Well, when George said that's the highest honor you can get.
I'm gonna put that on our resume.
And he says he probably knows that joke that you didn't tell. He probably knows it. If anybody, George Burns would. George Burns probably.
He probably made it up.
I don't doubt it.
The problem with that joke is it's kind of like when she told it was fine. Now with the cancel culture and everything like that,
it's a whole other right.
Yeah, if she does it, then
now everybody's gonna think I should be canceled because of what you're saying right now.
No,
And it's not even that bad.
I don't think that I'm Jewish, and it's a Jewish joke.
I was married to at the time. Is that okay?
He wasn't Jewish.
I know you're Jewish, though. Is that okay? You have to stop. Everybody's gonna want to know what the joke is. I've read the comments. Everybody's really mad. They want to. It's not even that bad. I'm not gonna tell it. I'll tell you.
How about I'll tell it? Because
I'm
Jewish.
If you tell it.
I'm Jewish. I can tell
You're
it.
not gonna tell it as funny as I tell it.
Of course not. But you're not telling it. Am I telling it or are you telling it?
I can tell it because you're Jewish. You're gonna say it right. I know you're
I'm
not.
gonna say it right.
I'm gonna be
Hold
so
on.
mad. Okay, but make sure you pause.
All right, ready? It's really funny now that we've really belabored this.
Terrible. This is so not
There's
funny.
nothing that makes a joke than talking about telling the joke. But here it is. How do you?
Why?
I know.
God!
I always mess it up.
Jim!
All right. Oh, I got the center stage. Here we go. Why did Hitler kill himself? Because he got the gas bill.
Okay. Here you go. You can't say because dilutes the joke. You said he got the gas.
Well, you weren't going to say it.
Because he got the gas bill like that.
So you wanted a pregnant pause in between. You wanted the build up and a crescendo.
You need to pause, but you can't say because he got the. It's just got the gas.
You know, you let me tell the joke. You leave that.
I should have told the joke. Is it that bad? Am I going to get canceled now? It's pretty bad. It's bad.
I think it's hilarious. And Mel Brooks, by the way,
he would have loved that joke.
Mel Brooks would have loved it. And Mel Brooks,
sure.
A direct quote from him is, "Politically correctness is the death of comedy." So I got to tell you guys,
true.
There's jokes and then there's not jokes. The
I
jokes
love this. I
are
love
meant
Sherry
to
says
be-
wah wah. I know.
Yeah, want. Exactly. Thank you, Sherry. I agree. It's
Sherry-
totally anticlimactic. And if we would have told it earlier, you wouldn't have said want because then it would have just been funny off the cuff. And it was
I
like
think she
there's
would have
too
said
much
wah,
build
wah.
up.
I would have
Scream, Scream Queen Army. Chris in Northern Ireland says you tore the house down.
Well, I'm a
Said that
sucker
with
for
his Irish humor in
Yeah.
Northern
Very
Ireland.
funny.
He's in the Belfast
fun.
area.
Yeah, well, that's
Love
Christina
that.
North Carolina says, now he told that joke, folks, under the influence of whiskey. So just so you know.
you can cancel me. I don't even care.
He doesn't care. I kind of don't either anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it.
I'll go hang out with Dave Chappelle somewhere in Ohio.
But I do because I'm here tomorrow night.
You won't get canceled.
You
can
won't.
Jim, you can do no wrong.
Yeah, you can throw us under the
You're
bus.
so lovable and so
You
sweet.
guys
So
are.
good.
No, it's all you guys are funny. Christine says in North Carolina, this has been such a fun, fascinating, entertaining show with Lisa and Tor. So creative, so talented, wonderful guests. Great learning more of your successful careers. Merlin in Ontario says, you guys had me laughing out loud. And she is Jewish. Thank you,
Oh,
Tor and
Yay!
Lisa.
Oh,
Yeah.
Member of the tribe.
I love the tribe.
And that's what I tell my kid. Well, not that joke. This must be a
No.
comment that goes back to something else.
Well, that's what we were talking about.
Embarrassing our children.
No, Sherry,
Yeah.
we're right. That's exactly the philosophy. So thank you.
Now, Dana in Canada says, so you're feeling guilty for being so awesome.
Oh, stop it.
So
You notice Dana didn't mention a name. So I guess we'll split that 3 ways, or you want to split it 3 ways?
I mean, I
It's
guess.
like we're at a diner and we're going
Yeah.
to split the bill 3 ways, you know?
That's right.
So I
That's
had the, what did you have? The pastrami, Tor, and then Lisa, what did
No,
you have? Organic
Yeah.
salad.
I have a cholesterol issue. I always have the tuna salad on a salad.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
What would you have
Yeah.
had, Lisa?
I don't know anymore. Something vegan, and I'll hate every bite of it.
No, she would have, in a real situation, she would have had sunny side up eggs, medium runny with bacon.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
yes.
not being vegan.
Yes. Alessandra says you guys are y'all are a hoot. She says that North
Wow.
Carolina accent.
I love that.
I take it. I'm fantastic. Alessandra is taking the fantastic for herself. You're all fantastic. Only one admitted to feeling guilty. Oh.
I did.
I didn't.
Didn't I? Or did
Well,
you?
You have all the guilt. You're the guilty one.
Well, that's part of that whole.
I stopped being Baptist. I'm a Buddhist now, so I don't feel guilty.
She is have you ever captured Tor? Have you ever captured her laugh on a laugh track? It is fantastic.
In fact,
Because if she goes, if you guys are at a comedy club and the guy or whoever, male, female, whoever they are, they're bombing. If she's in the front row and just spouts out that fabulous laugh, the guy's gonna feel, or she's gonna feel like they just knocked it out of the park. Her laugh is
I know my brother.
I love it.
My brother's actually a stand-up comedian, and he said he always likes when he's in New York. He always likes us to come. He's like, I could really use Lisa's laugh at this show.
I didn't know that. I love that.
Oh yeah, he said that
Oh my
a
God,
lot.
that's a huge compliment.
Yeah, you're right. We've seen it in action.
Yeah.
Well, this has been really wonderful.
My
Yeah,
pleasure.
you're great.
I mean,
My
we didn't know what
pleasure.
to say. We didn't know what to think was going to happen because obviously we don't plan anything, which I'm really glad about now because I loved when you bamboozled us with the videos. So we really appreciate having us on. This has been so fun. And
So
My
fun.
if anybody
pleasure.
wants to talk to us, we're at torandlisa.com, torandlisa.com,
Absolutely.
lisastloup.com, and all the
things.
Instagrams and
All
YouTube.
the usual suspect places. Kathleen in New York City says this has been such a fun show. Thanks for being here. Sherry says, so enjoyed this. You two are a hoot. Great way to end the work week. Thank you for joining us. Mary in Florida. You both are so much fun. Thank you for sharing your career and good luck and your career endeavors. Yeah, I love it. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
Good
nice,
people.
nice. Alessandra says, try having Italian guilt.
Yeah, that's okay. Very similar.
That
Oy.
is funny. You guys are the best. Thanks for
Thank
coming on.
you.
And I do hope the show met whatever expectations that you had.
You've
And
exceeded them, Jim.
Totally.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
And that you enjoyed the time with me as much as I have with you. And hopefully, we're all here in the tri-state area. Hopefully we'll get together at some point, break bread. That would be fantastic. And I appreciate,
Yeah.
we'll bring Robin in too, because I appreciate her.
Yes.
Our friend Robin Gorman Newman, who's fantastic as well, who's been watching. Good people. Spread the word about our show. We would love that. That helps us, of
We'll do.
course.
We will.
No,
will
well,
keep
we'll
porch
put
light
the
on
link
for
up.
you.
We can put the link up to all this.
Yeah, that
right?
YouTube episode link. Yeah, you can share the
Cool.
YouTube episode link, and anybody missed it. If anybody missed any part of it, or there are folks that they're going to want to watch it later, the entire episode is on the YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV, and they can see the whole thing in its entirety with about 530 other episodes. You mentioned Happy Days. We had Marion Ross on the show a few weeks back. We had
I love
Anson Williams on the show. And we had Donnie Most on just a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Amazing.
cool.
Kathy Garver, who played Sissy on Family Affair, was with us.
Yeah.
Stanley Livingston, who was Chip Douglas and My Three Sons, was with us recently.
Wow.
I
A
love
lot of
that
the
show.
gang from the Waltons. Some cool.
God.
Wow.
Lawrence Juber was with us too. You know Lawrence?
I know
Who
Larry.
was the guitarist for Paul McCartney with Wings, and he was on the show too.
But he also plays. He also does
He's
a lot
amazing.
of stuff with Adam Pascal, who is a
Yes.
famous, who's a good friend of ours, who's right now touring in Pretty Woman.
When you really think about it, it's a small world, isn't it?
Oh,
It's
it
a
is.
really,
So small.
really small world.
Yeah.
That's why you should be good to people. Be good to
Right.
people.
Right.
That's what it's all
Yeah.
about. Well, thanks for making us laugh tonight. The audience around the world commenting, and they'll watch it later too. Got a chance to learn about the two of you and what you're all about, your passions and your thirst for life, and the wonderful relationship between the two as you make more magic together. And we will keep the porch light on for you. You're welcome back anytime. And this was
Thanks, Jim.
a pleasure. George Burns and I wish you nothing but continued blessings and joy in your life.
The Glow
Thanks so
Girls.
much,
The
Jen.
Glow Girls say the same.
We got to get one of those on set because we have the
I
I Dream of Genie. We have the I Dream of Genie bottle here.
We'll get the company to send you one or 6.
We've got the little Gilligan here that came from Dream of Denver, Bob Denver's wife, who played Gilligan. She was a guest on the show. Then we've got Goldie Wilson from Don Fuller Love, who played Goldie Wilson in the Back to the Future movies. He was a guest, and he sent us the little mini. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff.
Neat.
You guys want to play Twister?
No, not
Not after whiskey.
well, not with our clothes on. That's for
Not
sure.
after whiskey. It's a little
Okay.
Phyllis Diller-ish to laugh. A little
Right.
Phyllis Diller. I love it. Is your mom watching in Larchmont?
Hopefully she fell asleep.
There's always the archives. Good
That's
night,
right.
gang. This was a hoot. We'll
Good
see
night,
you guys
Jen. Thank you
soon,
so
all
Thank
right?
you so much.
Thank you.
Good night, love.
Good
Good
night.
night, Mr. Calabash, wherever you are.
Yeah.
Take care, gang.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye now. Tora and Lisa joining us here live from Brooklyn, New York. What a hoot on a Friday night. That was perfect, huh? Lots of comedy, some poignant moments as well. Like we say, our show is a mix of everything as an entertainment, lifestyle, variety talk show series, and we hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, we have a format to our show, but nothing is scripted. We just go with it. And it's really cool because you get comedy, you get music, you get entertainment, you get current events, you get news, you get laughs, you get poignant moments, inspiring moments. And I think we had that all tonight. This was a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to duck out of here. This is Halloween weekend, of course. Tomorrow, we've got a very special guest joining us, also from New York. She is all excited. Susan Mosher is joining us, and we're very excited to have her here on the show. We've got an early show, gang, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. That's 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific tomorrow. Stage, film, television actress. She starred in Hairspray on Broadway. She's also been on countless television shows, Beverly Hills 90210, you name it, she's been on it. Film, television, stage. She's fantastic. She's with us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern and noon Pacific. That is tomorrow. We say thank you to Tor Hyams and Lisa St. Lou. As I said, music and comedy powerhouse, dynamic duo entertaining us tonight with humor and levity and poignant moments and a couple of funny things there as well. Don't forget to like, and if you enjoy this episode and any of the episodes, give it a like. That's the thumbs up. You see the little thumbs up icon right underneath this episode on our YouTube channel. Give it a thumbs up, like, and leave a comment for us on our YouTube channel, which is Jim Masters TV. And we would love it if you subscribe to the channel. If you have already, thank you, and thank you very much. We really appreciate that. It lets us know you enjoy what we've built here, this community, and these incredible episodes of entertainment, inspiring commentary, and just lots of cool stuff. So subscribe, like, leave a comment. We would love that as well. Again, gang, if you haven't seen the episode we did, which was also a hoot when the Pointer Sisters were with us, you can check that out in the archives. Anita and Ruth Pointer joined us on the show. That was fantastic. Dan White from General Hospital is joining us on the 16th of November. He plays Elijah Crow, and he's playing that right now on General Hospital. Colin Keegan from Celtic Thunder is back with us for a return visit, his second visit here on the Jim Masters Show Live. He's coming in to join us on Tuesday. Again, this is for those who are watching live right now who want to know about some of the upcoming shows. He's coming on Tuesday of this week. That is November 2nd, special early time, 2 p.m. Eastern, which will be 11 a.m. Pacific. So 2 p.m. for the folks on the East Coast, 11 a.m. Pacific, and that will be 7 p.m. for folks watching in Ireland, Scotland, England as well. So that's why we're doing it earlier. Plus, we also have another show at night. We have two shows that day with two amazing guests. So Colum's going to be with us on Tuesday. I know you guys have been asking about that and so much more. Help us grow. Share the levity. Share the links on your social media. Spread the word as we continue to grow together on this entertainment lifestyle talk show series. We have so much fun bringing to you on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV, channel dedicated to entertaining, informing, educating, inspiring for all of you. We have a lot of fun with you. Don't forget to smile, gang. Don't forget to share the levity. Don't forget to find your Zen place. Of course, mine is with loving family and friends. The ocean, of course, as well. As you guys know, swimming, surfing, boogie boarding, sailing it, walking it, and my work in television, radio, stage, and film over the years. I love that as well. That's another Zen place. So find your Zen place. Share it with the world, as we always say. Kathleen in New York says, have a great night. Good night all, and hugs. Thank you, Kathleen, for being with us. Thomas Martin says, thank you. Lisa and Tor, thank you, Jim. Looking forward to the next show. Thank you, Thomas, for being with us. It's a pleasure to have you here. And great show. Thanks, Jim. So much fun. It's great to laugh. Christine says, Halloween show tomorrow night. Stay tuned. We might do a pop-up. We may be doing a pop-up tomorrow, a Halloween costume pop-up show. So we'll announce it on probably in our Facebook group, the Jim Masters Show Levity Hall. That's the Facebook group for the show. Christine knows that. She's in it. But for those watching who don't know, we have that. And also my page on Facebook is Jim Masters TV. Also, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jim Masters TV, and of course, our YouTube channel. So we will make the official announcement tomorrow morning, and look forward to that. Are you guys dressing up for Halloween, or are you just going to lay low this weekend? Great show. Thanks, Jim. So much fun. It's great to laugh. Yes, it is. We all need to laugh. Sometimes, the world has been very serious lately, and sometimes we take ourselves too seriously. So you got to have some laughs. Good entertainment, good conversation, and laughs. No harm done. just have some good laughs. And everybody is welcome to this show, regardless of, we say it often, political views, religious views, if any, height, weight, income, zip code, what car you drive, what town you live in. None of that matters. You're all welcome to join us right here on the Jim Masters Show Live. The answer to that question, Dana, is no. I know. I think we're gonna get into that bed early tonight. I think we are. It's been a really, really busy week. Not just with this show, but professionally. I'm really swamped now with my professional work. Always have been for years, but it's just really a lot of things happening. So I think we're going to, you've given us the green light to rest early tonight, and I think we will. Dana, good having you with us as well. Christine says, thanks for a terrific show, Jim. Good night and see you all tomorrow. Christine, you as well. Always good to have you here. Sherry Larson had a good time there in Kansas. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Jim. Great laughs. Thanks to all of you who've been sharing these episode links on your social media as well. I know Sherry does that. We thank you for that as well. Mary Bishop, another wonderful show. Good night, everyone. Lots of laughs tonight. And good to see you, Mary, in Florida, as always. A fun way to spend my Friday. Tor and Lisa, you were amazing. And Jim is great as always. Thank you very much. Thomas Martin, we appreciate that. Dana says, great show, Jim. Captivating and fun. We love that. Perfect. We work hard here. And Alessandra goes, Tor, you were naughty but fun. And his mother was watching. My family watches these shows too. Wonderful show as usual. Jim, thanks for all you do. Thank you, Joan Sando. I appreciate that very much. And I appreciate those kind words. And Merlin says, live, laugh, and love. Absolutely. With the quadruple hearts there. I love it. That's quadruple. That's not a quadruple bypass. That's quadruple levity that she's displaying. And again, cool profile photo. You worked quickly. You used to just have the M for Merlin, and now you have you've got your cool photo there. Fantastic show. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And you guys are the best. Cool show tonight. Lots of fun. And this show is a pro too, man. Know it. Thank you, Dana. I appreciate that. And again, we are probably going to do a Halloween pop-up show. So for those of you that are watching right now, know that we may be doing it. Those who aren't watching right now, it'll be a surprise to them, unless they watch this later. A lot of people watch our episodes in the archives on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. You can see all the episodes if you miss anything. But so we have definitely the show at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, with stage, film, and television actress Susan Mosier. Susie's going to be with us at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. And again, we might also do an evening Halloween show as well tomorrow. So check out on YouTube and also on our Facebook page, Jim Masters TV, and also our groups page for the show, the Jim Masters Show, Liberty Hall. We'll definitely announce it there for all of you. We love you all. Thanks for being with us. Take care. And well, I sort of have been. I know it's Atlanta and Houston. Have you been following it, Kathleen? It's been hard because I've been doing these shows in the evening. I'm not following it as closely as I normally would be if there was one of my team was in it, but we have been following some of it. Absolutely. Cheers to you as well, Dana. You guys have a good night. Thanks for being with us on this episode of the Jim Masters Show Live. We love you all. Take care. Again, for those of you who haven't, we'd love it if you subscribe. Thank you if you have. And click the notification bell. There's a little notification bell icon you see there. Click that so that way you'll be alerted when we have all these great episodes, pop-up shows, surprises, and so much more for all of you. And you, and you, and you, and you, right here on the Jim Masters Show Live. Take care, gang. Thanks for being with us. It's always a pleasure when you're here in our company. It means a great deal to you. And Kathleen has hearts and kisses. And I watch a little here and there. Not really. I know our Mets aren't in it. There's no Northeast teams in it. No East Coast teams. Atlanta, well, I guess East Coast, but sort of. A little more inland. All right, gang. You guys take care. All right. We'll see you soon. We're back tomorrow. And till then, blessings to you all. Thanks for being with us in this episode of the Jim Master Show Live Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series, where we are bringing back the lost art of conversation. See you soon. Cheers.